Okay, students, good morning. Today we are going to learn about ignition temperature. Okay, now we are going to learn about ignition temperature from combustion, fuel and flame lesson 8 class. Okay, see here, let us know what is meant by that ignition temperature first. Okay, it can be defined like this: the lowest temperature at which a substance catches fire is called ignition temperature. Okay, let us see the definition again. Here, ignition temperature means the lowest temperature at which a substance catches fire is called ignition temperature. That means the substances catches fire at different temperatures. So no need to give much more temperature for a substance. Sometimes the substance catches fire at low temperatures. So that minimum temperature at which the substance catches fire, that particular temperature we are calling as ignition temperature. Let me explain the topic in Telugu. ఎంత తక్కువ టెంపరేచర్ దగ్గర అయితే ఒక సబ్స్టెన్స్ ఫైర్ని క్యాచ్ చేస్తుందో ఆ టెంపరేచర్ని మనం ఏమంటామంటే ఇగ్నిషన్ టెంపరేచర్ అని చెప్పి అంటారన్నమాట. ఓకే, టు అండర్స్టాండ్ ignition temperature we are going to do a small lab activity here. Okay, now the topic is understanding ignition temperature. So to do that activity we need some materials. Okay, let us see what are the material that we required to do this activity. Two paper cups, and two tripod stands. Candles and water. What we need? We need two paper cups and two tripod stands and two candles and some water. We need to do this experiment. Okay, now we are going to do this activity in the laboratory. Let's move to our laboratory. Okay, today we are going to learn understanding ignition temperature. What is that? Understanding ignition temperature. For that, first we have to take two paper cups. What we have to take? Two paper cups. Don't laugh. Okay. So now what we have to do is we have to take some water in the first cup, and another cup it should be empty. What we have to take? In the first cup we should take some water. Okay, water bottle please. Not this. Okay, now what I am doing is I am taking some water in this cup. Okay, don't take much water in that. Okay, so here I am taking some water in this, and here the cup is empty. I am not taking water in this cup. Okay, now what I am doing is I am placing this cup on this candle like this. Okay, I have to check whether that cup is catching fire or not. See here, the cup is burning. So here the cup is catching fire. Okay. Now we have to place the cup on this flame which contains water in it. Okay, now see here, slowly I am placing the cup on this flame. See here. So here the cup is not catching fire. After a few minutes later, you can see that water boils in that cup. Okay, without catching the fire. Okay, see here, the cup is not catching fire, isn't it? Yes, even though the flame is touching that cup, it is not catching fire. So why that cup is not catching fire here? Why? Because here the ignition temperature of water is very high. So that's why the cup is not catching fire when it is keeping on the flame. Okay, previously what happened? Previously, if water is not there in that cup, the cup is catching fire. Don't make noise. Come on, don't make noise. Sit down first. Yes, yes. See here, still it is not catching fire. Even we are keeping the cup. Okay, see here, the water is slowly boiling. So if you keep your finger in that, you feel very hot. See there, some bubbles are coming from that water. Why? Because that water is boiling. Okay, the cup is becoming black only, but it is not catching fire. Okay, see that yes, some bubbles are forming under that cup, at bottom of that cup. Back and back. Go back, move back once. Look, sir,